Clint Doming here for 103.7 The Game. Week 4 is about to get underway. A slew of great matchups. I usually go 3 matchups you need to keep an eye on. Well, you can add 1. Make it 4. 4 big matchups you need to keep an eye on in week number 4 of high school football in the Acadiana area. And let's get to that right now. First up, let's jump on over to the Turlings Rebels. The Turlings Rebels take it on, of all people, Archbishop Rummel. The Rebels' non-district schedule does them 0 favors. Last week they had Notre Dame and took one on the chin. But it gets a lot more interesting this Friday when they take on Archbishop Rummel. And Cajuns fans will know that team all too well, with Chandler Fields, the quarterback for Rummel, is going to be a big factor in this ball game. I think Rummel winds up getting the win, but I wouldn't be surprised if the Turlings Rebels make it a little bit interesting. Meanwhile, you go look over at the rest of 4-4A. Another big matchup has to be between Northside and St. Martinville. This is a fun one, I feel like, because St. Martinville, I mentioned them last week, they were my biggest surprise in the Acadiana area. Currently 3-0. The Tigers are on a roll. But don't think that the Vikings are going to be a slouch. They're currently 2-1 on the year. I feel like they're not going to be a cellar dweller in 4-4A like they were last year. It's going to be extremely competitive once they get into district play. But they're setting things up quite well for them to wind up possibly making a run in the postseason. So I'm interested to see who's going to wind up winning out of that one. Is it going to be the Northside Vikings or the unbeaten St. Martinville Tigers? I think this one goes without saying. It feels self-explanatory to say that this is going to be one of the biggest matchups in the Acadiana area, if not the entire state. Notre Dame taking on Catholic High of New Iberia. The Panthers up against the Pios. This is a big one. Louis Cook up against Brent Indest. So many keys to this matchup. A quote-unquote rematch, even though they do play every year. It's a rematch of last year's state title game. I am looking forward to this one. If I had a chance to make it out to any game, this would be the one I'd wind up making the trip over there. And finally, I got to throw this one in there. It's not necessarily marquee, like the Notre Dame, Catholic High, New Iberia, Turlings, Archbishop Rummel. I still think this is going to be a fun matchup. It's definitely going to be a true test for the Cougars. I felt like last week against Plaquemine was going to be a test, but I guarantee you, when Catholic High Baton Rouge takes on STM this Friday, that is going to be a true challenge for Jim Hightower, for Shane Sava, for Terry Tidwell, for the entire coaching staff. And more importantly, it's going to be one heck of a challenge for the Cougars team in general, because Catholic High Baton Rouge, they are a damn good team. I'm looking forward to seeing this matchup. Looking forward to listening to this matchup, actually, right here on 103.7 The Game. And right after that wraps up, you can keep it locked in for the Football Night and Acadiana post-game show for the latest scores, analysis, interviews, you name it, we bring it to you. I also tell you what we learned from that particular week. Tons of stuff to break down. I'll talk to you Friday. This is Clint Doming here with your Week 4 high school football preview on 103.7thegame.com.